When you step onto an aircraft, one of the first things the pilot is going to tell you is that in case of an emergency, make sure to put your mask on first, right? Even if you have a toddler, 2, 3 kids with you, put your mask on first if you're going to have any chance of saving those babies. Even if your only priority is to save the kids, still put your mask on first and then get to them, right? Now, for some reason, the United States of America has forgotten about this principle. Not the United States, because that's the people. That's us as the populace. Those who have been in quote unquote charge of our politics have completely abandoned the people. And there has never been a greater showcasing of this than in the last 4 years within the quote unquote Bidenomics era. Now, I could just sit here and rant and rave about the things that I feel, but I would rather use statistics. So let's bring up a real interesting statistic. Okay. Where's my little graph here? I'm going to start using my phone more frequently because why not? It makes things easier. Ain't no rules to this game. And I ain't got no producer in here, nothing like that, and at least not yet. So I'm going to have to pull up my own graph. Producer, pull up graph, please. Got you. Boom. So here we have a graph of the largest donors of humanitarian aid worldwide in 2023. Mind you, 2023 alone. Okay. We're not going to factor in the last 4 years or we'll go back historical trends. In 2023 alone, you can see how America has had more worldwide aid. And many people have their own theories as to what that aid actually is. Some people are saying it's money laundering schemes and things of that nature, allegedly, right? But we are giving away, and it says by millions. So we are giving, what is that? I believe that would calculate out to 9.48 billion. You got to multiply that by a million. So that's what, $900 billion of aid have been given. Folks, everybody loves to talk charity all day long, right? If I had $1 million, I would give it to charity. Oh, those rich bastards, they need to give all their money to charity. Everybody loves to talk charity. Yet when I see the everyday person, you know, most people are not giving away $10 out of every $100 to somebody on the street or somebody who they quote unquote see as in need. Most people are clinging on to most of their money. Let's be real. Yet when it comes to our taxpayer dollars, we are okay with all of our money being given away. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Most of our money being given away to foreign agents while at the same time you continue to sit in your own struggle. Now, I'm not the type of dude to say the government is responsible for getting your ass out of bed, for getting your butt up and getting to work, for you actually building something and making something of yourself, but they're responsible to take care of the things that they're responsible for the protection element, and to at least create an environment where the opportunities are possible, right? The government is responsible for taking care of our infrastructure and to making sure that we are safe and guarded. It is not responsible for paying for those who are trying to make their way into this country illegally or even legally. It may have programs for individuals who want to come here. I came here as an immigrant, right? Well, we went through the green card process. So after 10 years, I was finally naturalized. And throughout that entire time, we had to operate as a citizen to pay our fair share, to make sure that we're contributing to society. If we were committing crimes, they would have been liable for us to get sent back. You understand? We had to be citizens that obey the law. And many individuals who come here the right way are doing exactly that because you have to go through the protocol. It's too damn hard to get here just to mess it up in such a way. And yet we are allowing people to flood into this country by the millions. Not we, but certain administrations allow people to flood in by the multis of millions, and then money is given to them. And mind you, this isn't even the immigrant money we're talking about. We're talking about foreign aid. We're talking about Joe Biden with less than 40 days or 50 days left in office, going to Africa and giving $1 billion to the natural disaster, the quote unquote victims of natural disaster, when the victims of natural disaster within America, within Florida and North Carolina and some of these southern states, are literally begging for that money, are being told, sorry, we ain't got it right now. Hello, this is FEMA. We ain't got it right now. Maybe we can give y'all $750 each per household if you apply for this little paperwork. Meanwhile, foreigners, strangers, folks who did not put money into this pot are being paid out $1 billion to go and help them, right? Lenski's getting his hundreds of billions of dollars throughout that administration. Foreign aid. This is why MAGA became what MAGA became. Make America great again. Let's just call it what it is. Because when you shorten it like that, they're using this this narrative of it's a cult. There's a cult of MAGA. No, it's a movement. Yeah. And if you look at the statistics of the actual election, there was a movement, a sway. Multitudes of counties. In California, the bluest blue state of all time, there were 10 counties that flipped red overnight. It was a sway, a shift, a movement right. Because Americans were sick and tired of being put last within their own country. They were tired of not having self taken care of first. Put your mask on first. It's a very, very simple concept. And, patriotism is something that used to confound me when I was younger. I didn't understand it. I was a little more radicalized in leftist ideology. So it wasn't necessarily something I could comprehend. But now looking at it, I'm saying, of course, we do that in our own lives. You have to be self-centric in order to actually be selfless. If I don't take care of my bag, I can't give you a damn thing. If I don't build wealth, I can't take care of anybody else. Oh, here's my last little penny, my last little dollar. We love that story. But in reality, so what? You want your grandmama going to the church and giving her last little dollar that she has, right? Her last little dollar and getting taken advantage by Felice Johnson over there. Well, I think Felice Johnson might be the booty warrior, actually. Well, I digress. You want your grandmama going to that church and giving her last little dime so they can take that money and go and buy their Rolls Royce, right? You don't want her to build up wealth. Let's be real here, because politics oftentimes gets in the way of logic and reason. And that's why I often used to stay away from it. But now it's bigger than politics. This is social. This is interpersonal, relational. You understand me? This is psychological, or this is psychology. This is the power of conditioning and brainwashing, where individuals can be convinced to cut their own nose in order to spite their face. In other words, individuals become so radicalized to be taught and programmed to hate a man so much that they can't even see the advantages of having that person in a certain position. That's what the Trump effect is about. There's a lot of people who voted for Trump who actually don't even like him, right? They might not like his temperament or what his temperament once was or whatever it may be, right? All these other false allegations that have been thrown out, we're not even talking about that. All the lawfare stuff that y'all have been indoctrinated and conditioned into believing, all the lies. He's a rapist. Bring the evidence. Lay it in front of me. Show it to me. Nobody has done that yet. The entire time, in the last month and almost a half now, nobody has been able to show me a shred of actual evidence besides talking points from Joyless Reed and whooping Goldberg over there. Nobody. Nobody's been able to do it yet. Rachel Madcow, nobody's been able to do it yet. So, I digress. The reason why we appointed this individual as opposed to those individuals, because those individuals are the ones who did this. They're the ones who did that. These individuals, boom, you see that right there? With all my fingerprints on it. That's who did that. That administration, that's been their priority. Not you, not me, but everybody else. So if you're a foreigner, you've probably gotten more money from the American government than the American people. If you are illegally in this country, you for sure, and you're in one of these quote unquote sanctuary cities, you for sure got yourself a goodie bag much larger than any American citizen. And there are countries in Europe, where this is happening. My girl tells me it's happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere within these capitalistic societies that are now suffering from a deep plight of white guilt, of prosperity guilt. And so they feel it is necessary for them to give away what is their own citizens in order to satisfy that guilt. It's kind of like when the rich kid, it's like the Luigi case. Yeah, oh, he's your hero. Shut up. He's your hero. Okay. Then go do something. Who grew up in a very wealthy family. Grandparents made a shit ton of money from the healthcare industry, running those nursing homes. And for those of you who know, it's insurance companies who are doing the payouts for these homes. And this kid was the third generation of wealth. And like a lot of third generation of wealth, they either become philanthropists or, I guess in this kid's case, they become assassins and murderers. So, the white guilt, the wealth guilt. I feel bad for my position. And you know how people can get, oh, you're a trust fund kid, you're a rich kid, you don't know the struggle. And so you get that all day and night. And now you're trying to compensate and overcompensate. It's like being, the black kid who's quote unquote, oh, well, you speak white and now you're trying to compensate. Now you're trying to become a thug. You're trying to be something that you're not, right? You're trying to fit in with the mold. Guess what? That mold is moldy as hell. Stop trying to fit in. That's just a little piece of extra game. $1 million worth of game on the side. But back to the point at hand. This is what is taking place. This is what has happened. People are asking questions. What is it? What is it? We're trying to understand. Those of you who are out there who genuinely want to understand on the left, this is free game, yo. It's free 99. It's because Americans want to be put first. Patriotism serves that purpose. It says, us first, create a sense of inner pride, just like an individual who will have a sense of self-esteem. And then from that place, they can now be naturally philanthropic because they got it like that. Not they got trillions of dollars of debt. People within that country are struggling and not getting necessary resources. And then those very same things are going to everybody else. That's not how it's going to work. That's how you end up getting revolutions and rebellions, dear government. That's how that happens. But I'm pushing for personal agency. We just want to be able to get, for me as a business owner, just get out my way. Simple as that. Take care of what you need to take care of. I'll break y'all off on the taxes I need to, even though, especially in Cali, y'all are tripping, but break y'all off what y'all get broken off. I get my little tax write-offs, all of them that I can. But then get out of my way. Stop trying to regulate every single damn thing that I do. And stop taking this damn money and put it into everybody else's pocket. If you're going to put it in somebody's pocket, put it in my neighbor's pocket. So we can do business together. So we can build together. How about that?
I used to be afraid of the dark. Place unknown like a heart in their heart. I used to see my life in the bar. Now the kids unchained, every shackle is lost. 2 steps in the moonlight. 2 step in the daytime. You just know when it feel right. You got a feeling the time's not. See you through those shades that I just threw on. Through my lenses, you just can't do no wrong. I fell in love with myself again. I fell in love with myself. I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 365, that's a